Greetings, loves. Welcome back to Soul Search. And I'm Soul. All right, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell, okay? Guys, I was watching another channel that frequently discusses Tiffany Henyard in this situation. I can't remember the name of the channel, unfortunately. And it's not sarcasm. Seriously, I can't remember. But if I remember, I'll come back. I'll put it in the comment section, or I'll just tell you guys. But that channel is where I learned that Angela Yee had also interviewed this lady here. Y'all know who she is. Okay, because we all know that Roland Martin interviewed her, so everybody's been talking about that. See, now I can see the guy doing the interview, because I now remember that where I heard this from was he was interviewing Tiffany's ex-employee. I can't remember if she was her position. I can't remember what it was. However, the woman was saying that she knows Roland. Not Tiffany, but her. She knows Roland. And she knows for a fact that when she got the interview with these two, Roland and Angela Yee, they had to agree to only certain questions. And she would not go somewhere else, like say, even the Breakfast Club, because, Charlamagne is probably even, Charlamagne, or maybe especially Charlamagne. He's been known to grill people, I guess. Yeah. They're gonna, ask her about the hot mess and give her a little pushback, or maybe more, right? So they agreed to only ask her certain questions. Now, we all know that most people who do interviews, they kind of go over the questions being asked, if anything, to prepare. You want to give thorough and informative answers, so you don't want to be stunned or surprised by a question, and you don't want them to cross the line and be awkward. Okay, so you do want to say, this is off limits, that's off limits. Don't ask me about my children, blah, blah, blah. Most people who have a public position also do that. You can't ask this. I'm not discussing that. This is in litigation. We're not talking about that just yet. And they might negotiate something. If once we get past blah, 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 I'll give you an exclusive. I'll give you first dibs. Things of that nature. So what I'm saying is, we all understand all that. Okay? But we also understand that Tiffany has proven nothing. This is an issue for me, especially because, as she said on this podcast, she hasn't even been charged with anything or even indicted for anything. And she doesn't seem to think that she will be. She's a good actress at best, because if she has the intelligence enough to get, herself elected in 2 seats, my goodness, and build her a gangster crew, then she has enough intelligence to know that, baby, this will not last, and you will pay. Okay, so Tiffany there's no charges for her to, be putting her evidence out there too soon. So, if you're being accused of things all willy-nilly, then you would want to show proof of something. She showed no proof of nothing, not a doggone thing. I mean, niente, baby. Nothing. In my Bernie Mac voice, which I did not do well. When I say that, y'all, I be saying it because I want you to hear it from them in their voice, By the way, if you don't know, and you never knew, you hadn't caught on, you heard me say that before, and you was like, girl, you did not sound, no, I know I don't be sounding like them, and I really don't be trying. I just be hearing them in my head, and so I just say it, but I don't even be trying, because I know I'm not an impressionist. That's not what I do. Okay? So, but I want you to hit the replay button and have them do it. So I want you to get Bernie Mac face, and I want you to get Bernie Mac voice, and I want you to have him say the nothing, and the nothing. Tiffany ain't showed us nothing. Not one receipt. Not one. Not one. But she keep acting like either her word of mouth is good. She good for it. If she say whatever she gotta say, then that's just the same as a receipt. If she say she got the receipts and you can come get the receipts, even that's the same thing as showing you. That's the same thing as she done showed us the receipts. I mean, I'm catching on. I'm gonna figure this thing out. If she do a video with a stack of papers, like a little pack of printer paper, and she slam them down, and she say, I got your receipts, I got your receipts, but she never show them to you. That's the same thing as showing the receipts. So, as far as Tiffany is concerned, she done brought the facts and the receipts. I was thinking this, and she justified that by saying so here on. She didn't say all what I said, but she said that's what she came to do is put it to rest, and she solidified it, but saying she didn't put. But see, that's not how things go. First of all, she did not have not one receipt, nor did she on Roland Martin. Okay, not the one. Secondly, she never showed not one receipt. I'm going to tell y'all another reason why. Well, I'm going to tell you more than one. But it's going to be real quick, because I'm still in finals, y'all. But I'm going to tell y'all a couple of reasons why it is so very problematic for Angela Yee and the Penguin, Roland Martin, to be doing what they have done with this woman. Has she been on anybody else's show? I think that's kind of interesting that Tiffany Henyard has not interviewed with anyone else. I think that's kind of interesting. As far as I know, she hasn't. I haven't seen anybody else cover any other interviews with Tiffany Henyard and another channel. Okay, now why is that? She hasn't been able to negotiate you made me look good, and we only gonna talk about that. If this woman has been practicing meetings, according to what somebody from her camp said, that they used to practice muting people in meetings, okay, then you already know that interview, remember that song by Alexander O'Neal, You Will Fake, baby. But them roses sure do look nice behind her, don't they? Yes, they do. And I want to say something about that first. I always thought Angela Yee just didn't have no style. I'm still not, she's not my cup of tea. And she definitely will not even get a chance from me after watching this and knowing she had Tiffany on. But listen, Angela Yee would have, if had this been anyone else and I watched the interview from her, I'm not gonna lie, just from my ocular, I would have gave her a chance and see, maybe I'll be feeling her on her own. Because when I see her with Tiffany, I'm like, okay, so she just needed to just sit over there and be a girl. on her own by herself and just come out and do her thing her way. Because, I mean, you over there with two guys, and I get it. And you kind of in a corner, kind of on the low and everything. Okay, and you want to keep neutral. You don't want to tempt. I get it. I don't even need to say it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. Okay. But a lot of times I used to look at Angela. She was already annoying. And I don't watch Breakfast Club often at all. I can count on one hand per year the many times I've watched it, the number of times I watch it, excuse me. But when I see her, I be like, girl, you didn't even, you don't have to try. I think she sings that, in the morning. And I know that's not, but I just, and some days I just be like, oh, she's so cute. And I get it. She has the natural thing going on, and that's cool. But sometimes I think that, she be like, when we on the radio, so, and that's okay. But I don't ever sense any style with her, right? That's all I'm saying. Okay, but then I look at this and I was like, I love it. It's so cute. And I love her hair. And it fits her and the clothes and everything. I don't know if it's a stylist. Like, she got a rebrand with a stylist. And she got the same or a different person to do her room and everything. But everything was just so much I was feeling it so much to where even though I didn't appreciate Tiffany, I don't appreciate nothing Tiffany's doing. I don't appreciate nothing Tiffany probably gonna do. And I'm talking about as early as tomorrow. And I appreciate Angela coming on here and having this girl on here. And I still didn't like Angela, her character, or whatever you want to call it, on The Breakfast Club. Okay? And I ain't gonna watch you no more, Angela, after this. But I was just loving it the whole time. Okay? Because Angela looked so cute. The haircut fit her. She was looking so girly. The roses was everything. The sign behind her was cute and everything. Y'all, I'm going to press play for a second because you got to see it. Okay, but, oh, yeah. Check out what they saying because that's really what this video is about. All right.
That's what it seems like. You're walking around, you got all the security, dressed all fly. Mm-hmm. And so I know part of your position is that you are able to.
Yes, that 80s eyeshadow is that part. They messed up on that. And the hair color, but, I wasn't up that close at first. And don't do that, because I'm just, let me stay where I'm at. I mean, look at the sign, though. It's cute. The topography is nice. Okay, it is nice. Look at her hair. Okay, so maybe her theme is 80s. And maybe I'm just okay with that. I mean, Angela looks cute. And then when you flash the Tiffany old little scheming old line, talk like, she fucked the ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. I mean, Tiffany don't even try. Okay, that's not true. She does try. And I'm going to give it to her. I'm going to give it to her because she could be a lot worse, first of all. And I know y'all like to do her in real bad about her speech. And that's good because it is horrible. It is. And I think she can do a whole lot better. She should have been got that taken care of. You're holding 2 seats now. And the world is on you. But as far as her decorum, her demeanor and everything, okay, well, she be fussing at her residents and she be yelling and she be rude. She's very poised. She'll make you think she's elegant to a degree. Until it's her turn. You know what I'm saying? Until they express their issues, and then you see how she doesn't care. Until they express their issues, and she never ever gives a response. Okay, until we see Tiff in action, but she just be sitting there all professional and everything, and this is okay, she's sitting there all nicely and stuff. And even sometimes, she does handle her moderations and everything all nicely, and I'm like, look at her, she's doing a good job. I mean, I think, I ain't gonna lie, before I press play again, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna even pretend. There's nothing joyful or happy about any of this, and I don't think anyone is taking any pleasure in this at all. Nobody, anywhere, at all. Because one thing we can all understand: this woman is taking advantage of people, citizens. And this could be, and probably is to some degree, or not the same degree. Well, yeah, if it was probably the same degree, we probably would know it. But then again, if your town isn't as small as her town, then you probably don't even really realize. But it's like she's doing it to us, because it could be us. And so it's the same as her doing it to us. So it's like sitting back looking at her and whoever her thug friends is, whoever's in her gang, because we don't even know how many people are in her gang, but it's like sitting back watching them do all this to us. And I know that's part of the reason why some of these people have shown up there and put on camera the way that they were treated. And it's like, you can't treat me like this. You can't treat your citizens, your town residents like this. You can't do this. And they're like, we don't care. And they're like, okay, but I'm showing this to the world, and your day will come. You will not be able to do this forever, because this is not okay. And let me throw in a shameless plug. Guys, this is basically what the people in Atlanta are trying to say when they're being called thugs and terrorists, and they're trying to protest against the building of Cop City. And if you guys would like to look into that, I think you should, because it is not just about Atlanta, it's about the entire world, and it's gonna affect everyone. And I just try to sneak it in real quick, because YouTube will definitely get me on up out of here if I blatantly, openly, and too much, talk about it or whatever. So I try to throw it off and confuse it a little bit, but it's super important, It's super important that you guys really get down to it. Really understand what's going on with that. Okay? Really do. Because everything they saying is true. And when I say they, I'm talking about the people that's being openly protesting against it. That whatever they're saying is true. And I'm saying they, but I'm they too. Okay? I'm against it. And it's not just happening here. Okay? It's like, what do you think? Okay, I'm about to get in. I'm about to get into it. Okay, but I'm just saying. I'm just really trying to drive it home, and I think it all ties together. I really do. I really do. Look at the blatancy of this, and just think about that for a second. Where does that comfortability come from? I mean, it's really bewildering to me that the citizens, for some odd reason, hired Lightfoot. I believe it, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I saw her there. But I heard them out their own mouth say that this is, decision they cool with. Angela, you look so cute, girl. I mean, that shirt, the style of it and everything, it's cute. I've never seen Angela, who is pretty, but style-wise, this is so cute. She is so girly right now. This is so cute. I'm about to have a tear in the corner of my eye right now. But yeah, that room, the studio, everything, it looks, it's perfect. Don't change a thing. What was I talking about? Okay, Tiffany and her gang members. They're a whole gang. Okay? They're a whole gang. Gang. And Tiffany is not given any answers to anyone. And we've seen this, guys, with our own eyes. We've seen this with our own eyes. They're getting no answers. All right? Amongst all the other stuff, y'all know everything by now. You know, all the main points. Y'all know about deaths and shootings and, you know about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing and hearing and, that I haven't seen reported on YouTube. And I just don't have that kind of time. But, I might and I probably could. And I'm acting like I got all damn night right now. Like I don't need to be, like, for real, getting my work done. But okay, let's press play.
Have security detail with you. And most mayors do.
Yes.
I know our mayor definitely does. And I've been around to see other people have security.
Yes. It comes with the seat.
But I also see that I was able to get some of these messages because you do get...
Who put those roses together, though? That is cute. Girl, that looks nice. Okay.
Voicemails, but also emails of people that have been threatening you.
That's correct.
Some of them are... do you mind if I read?
Sure, you can.
Because I know this could be triggering. I don't know how you feel about this, but... Okay, you're a effing crick, you ugly bee.
What person in that type of position has not been threatened, though? I mean, yeah. We can't even. I don't even got this kind of time.
You will be in prison soon, so get that nasty, greasy black vagina ready for Shaniqua. The inmates would love to have orgies with the racist, crooked mayor. All right, to move on to some more, hey, Grifter, maybe learn to effing speak English sometime. Your grammar is atrocious, but I guess...
Okay, let's keep it real, though. See, I don't plan on going through their interview. It's not even 30 minutes. If you guys want to reward Angela with a view and also send a message to YouTube that, yeah, she deserves to continue to be promoted. Yes, Angela, you look so cute right now in your studio. I love it. But, that I'm not happy with you still. It never will be. Okay? Yeah, well, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. That's how shit go down anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why you think she's in the position she's in the first place? Because that's how this world works, baby. Because y'all are weird. You're super weird. Alright. But, anywho, child, please. I'm not about to go through this interview. This ain't no different than a Roland interview, except for it's just two girls. Okay? And I'm not about to call Roland no girl, because he never said he was a girl. He showed him looking like no girl. He just is part of the game as Angela is. Why do you think they mainstream? So y'all in there, I'm so disappointed in you. Oh, you was expecting something different out of them? Well, shame on you. They doing their job. You mad at them because they doing their job. Shame on you. Shame on you. You know what? Somebody said in Angela's comment section. Let's go to her comment section. I know I'm about to mess you up as far as the way the video's looking at you. Look at it being 9:39. I'll be playing around, but you know what? I'm gonna stop because we be having deadlines. Okay, I hope none of my professors ever see my channel. Okay, but if I would really, I'll really blow them away. Okay. Oh boy. Anyhow, where said Donald Trump? She didn't say that. She actually didn't say that. She asked Tiffany, does Tiffany think that Donald Trump should be able to still run with the charges that he has? And she acted like she was pressing Tiffany on that question. But it was just corny because we know that this is a pre-approved question. And I guess it's a little role that they're playing, and it's to play with y'all heads, which is ridiculous. Because in fact, I wish I had a timestamp. Dang. You know what? Let me see if they did the transcripts and we could find it, because I want to prove a point, because this person didn't interpret it correctly. So let me prove a point real quick, and then I'll get to my other main points, and then I'm gonna be out of here. Township, supervisor, resources, bills, water. Okay, that's the beginning. Go scroll till you see Trump. Despicable, savage, monkey. Oh, her little. Okay, let me see what I was gonna say about that. So she was reading. Oh, you got hate mail, and it's racist remarks. Well, first of all, they all do. I don't know anybody with a public position or a position of power that doesn't get, people who doesn't like them. Hell, even I get it. Been getting it since I've been on YouTube. As a YouTuber. It comes with stalkers and everything. Alright? That's how they go. Okay? But, they're gonna, and it's gonna be some people by default that are gonna, also call you racist. They're gonna hear something, and to them, it's either an excuse for them to say it, or to them it sounds like you. Okay, but Tiffany, they got a reason to say that. Because imagine you sitting in your town, and you always saying, my black or brown people. I mean, that's how she sounded to me. And yeah, I was really trying to do her. What did I do a good job? I ain't do a good job. But that's how she be sounding to me. When she said that, I'm talking about my black. I don't know where Tiffany's accent comes from, or her speech. Like, it's weird. It's kind of, I don't know. Let me stop, because she might have been a show buzz shawty. I did look her up, and, she was cool melody. But, not much else. Like, she got a business, business degree or whatever, according to the internet. And I can see that because she doing business. That's for sure. I mean, it's the kind of business that get her money. So I don't know what y'all call that, good or bad business, and business get her money. Okay, she like 50. I get money. Okay, that's what she be playing. She likes to do that. So she be counting it up, and she be like, I get money. And they say she just bought a house. Yeah, they done posted all that, the U-Haul truck and everything. She done moved. So she be handling that business. But for her to come on here with Angela Yee and only bring the comments that are talking about, you black, you racist, or whatever. Yeah. That's so corny. Like, Tiff, see, when people say this girl ain't that bright, child, you ever had a light break? Because I had one. Okay, I had one, and then when they came out with it was a different kind of light break. And then I don't know why, but it was few things I was allowed to have, but I was allowed to have a light break. And they came out with a different kind of light break. And then my father bought me that light break, and that light break wasn't so bright, and I didn't want that light break. And I'm like, I want the old light break. Like, what? I don't want this light break. That's Tiffany. It's like she's still light bright, but she ain't that bright. She ain't that bright. Let's find that Trump section. Okay, here we go. It's not that far down the road. We're going to ease on down the road. I'm curious. This is what I want to ask, and this is a good time to ask it, and maybe y'all can help me. When Tiffany is in her meetings, she be looking like Shirley Temple sometimes. Now, y'all say she look like Lil Wayne's sister. I never thought of that until y'all said it, and now I can't unsee it. And I don't appreciate y'all for that. You owe me an apology. I don't need to be traumatized any more than I am, because I'm not gonna act like this isn't hurtful when it is. First woman, she says she's the youngest. Somebody says she's 40. Maybe they were older. A lot of people in office don't be young. Okay, they don't be young. So Tiff, and she's a little dark brown thing. Okay, and no, this is not me being like her using a race car, even though I didn't completely finish that thought. But she do be calling out the black thing too much, and that's crazy. And she's not a person that should be in office. She's not, because she doesn't even, above all the other stuff that she be doing that's just illegal and blatantly foul, Like, this woman, for her to be doing that, and she has people of other cultures in her, under her jurisdiction, and she be sitting over here, Mom, I'm talking, and then she is gonna single them out. So for you to bring these type of comments to Angela Yee, to read them off as if they had the nerve to call me racist, you're sitting there when you have other people under your jurisdiction, and you're gonna only address her and Angela did something else in this video. I don't know if I'm gonna show it, but you know what? Fuck, I might. But that also, I caught that, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all what I caught, and I'm talking to her and Angela, just so y'all know, you two ain't slick. Y'all bet y'all conversation outside of this interview, behind closed doors, when ain't nobody listening but Google, was very interesting. And Google is not only Google. That I don't know what people be thinking, but you be surprised as to who is really all up in your nut and cracking it, and who you be really surprised. There's some overseas type people that be like all up in your stuff. But it's another video. The Trump thing. Yeah, that's what we was doing.
What Trump say when it comes to fake news. Fake news is true, because I'm living it. I'm going through it right now.
I believe Trump also said if you say something enough times, people will believe it, whether or not it's true.
I believe that.
And he definitely does that. But you did win 82% of the vote when you ran for office.
Landslide, yep.
And a landslide victory. So how in your town of Dalton do people feel about you now, with everything that's going on? Because I would assume that matters the most.
It does. So that's what I do. I still on the ground, boots on the ground. I never stop talking to my residents. I constantly have conversation with the mayor. I also have a lot of outreach things going on where community is involved and community is engaged. A lot of people tell me how they feel, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And I take it and I either go fix what they're telling me that I need to fix.
Okay, she already talking fast, so I'm going to rewind that and slow it down, so that hopefully you guys can understand what she's saying. I forgot she got like her own little ebonic thing going on. But is that like a little rose bush? I don't think it is. I think it's a bouquet put together because it's different shades. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. It's so cute. It's so feminine. I mean, it's just beautiful. And then you put it behind Tiffany. She helped you out, girl. Dang, they helped you out with that. Why you wear your hair like that? Did I finish that thought? I was gonna ask y'all. When she got on Roland, she had her hair like that. And Tiffany, it doesn't work. And then the angle you have to turn your head to look at your, not opponent, but this hairstyle is a hard no. Like, you go on to the township meetings like you about to go on stage, but you get on TV, still a whole damn ounce of makeup. Did I say ounce? I meant to say pound. You got a whole damn pound of makeup. Y'all, I am really calculating a lot of shit in my head, because as soon as I get over here, I'm gonna have to really finish designing. I gotta do a whole pitch. I gotta design and restructure for a whole fucking art museum, like a whole bunch of shit. But this hairstyle is a no. It's a hard no. And then it's like, it's not even a one-off. Oh yeah, that ain't work. Don't do this one no more. Nah, she put it on Martin, Roland Martin, and she got it on again. Tiffany, don't do this no more, sis. I mean, you be doing some styles and stuff that. Mainly the hair. It's like, girl, if you don't, what you doing? But you know what?
Or you got people that's all the way Team Tiffany. No matter what, hashtag I stand with Tiff. All of my saying that. So I love that, because my base is my base. Just like everybody out in the world have a base. No matter what people say, people support them.
And you're from Dalton, Illinois, born and raised there. Tell me something about the town, because I've never been there. I know it's outside of Chicago, but tell me, if you had to describe where you're from, what it's like.
Sure. So back in the day, it was a small suburb that everybody wanted to.
You know, I think that is interesting, because I just
it was always ran and it was always corrupt, and that's why.
I'm sorry. I just read on her site that she was from Dalton. But the thing about Trump, I think I missed it, because I know she was asking her about Trump should be able to run Or maybe they mentioned him more than once, and it was later on that they talked about that. Hey. Now this part right here, this is one reason why it's a serious problem for
And
me.
you are the first black woman to be in this position.
Yes, in both positions.
In both positions, and the
Wow.
youngest.
And the youngest, yes.
So did this start happening once the news was...
Did y'all just hear that? She's the first black woman to be in that position. Both positions. And she's the youngest. And that's what makes it so hard for me. That... Oh boy. Wow, coming from a lot of angles, you know what I'm saying? When the guys get in the comment section for whatever reason and they want to talk about black woman, boo, 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 you know, they do that a lot when there's something going on with black people. And most of the time, it don't bother me. It doesn't bother me this time. Except for occasionally, if I see it under Tiffany Henyard, I might click like. Because I feel like it is so justified right now. And I ain't gonna lie. All the other times, no matter what the situation is, I be like, I just take the attitude of they don't have a right. I feel like they don't have a right to come over here, but they're gonna do it. And shame on us for whatever that situation is, to give them, to put yourself in a position and get them the opportunity to do what they're doing, right? But that's how we roll. You know, but in this situation, Tiffany is helping to destroy the image of the black woman, the most unprotected woman in existence. It's ridiculous. And she is so close to my complexion. Then when I hear one of her women talk about how she is in relation to other women, that's another blow. Then when you hear how she talks, and she talking about how y'all supposed to, and then we supposed to lift and all this stuff. When someone comes on there and they're your mayor and you're giving them a real gripe and a grime, and they're talking about, why are you beating down on a black woman? This is what people are calling you racist, because that what you're saying is asinine. That is not a proper response. If I have a gripe with you, I have a gripe with you. If you are supposed to be of service to me, I have a complaint. I have a right to complain. I have a right to have a complaint. You don't get to chastise me because I have a complaint if I'm not okay with your service or lack thereof. And then try to make yourself a victim because of your gender or because of your race. And I don't know that that's racist. It's probably race baiting. Like, what would be the proper term for that? Because I don't get into the race stuff. So what would be the proper word? Somebody out there knows. What would be the proper term for using your race and your gender? Because here we got two different things. As a defense, an attempt at a defense mechanism for your wrongdoings, and for you being called out, or for someone trying to hold you accountable for your wrongdoings, or to even answer for your wrongdoings, to even address you about your wrongdoings. What happened with the woman and how she treated her, and then another woman. I mean, for the woman who was on camera And I don't remember her name, and I don't try hard to keep track of notes of who said what, unless, I'm actually presenting, the information in a video, because this is real life, and this is like an ongoing town war. It's just, I don't want to etch it in stone, in nobody's head, people's names or faces that are having to come forward about these types of corruptions. And I shouldn't have to go further on with that. To me, it explains itself. But yeah. Like, somebody might report on this continuously, and they may make it a point to mention, or even show and mention, each citizen in Dalton's name, and show them every single time that they mention something about them, or what they have said, or what they've reported. And that's not something I would do. The bravery is great, but it's also kind of like, okay, but if we don't, I mean, they live there. Who else is going to do it? You understand what I'm saying? However, that's their life too. That's their life. That's their life. And one of the most dangerous things on this earth, in this world, in this America for sure, is you coming forward and standing up for yourself, especially when it's against a form of government, a form of authority. And we have a few forms of that going on here, right? So yeah, we don't want to, make them very clear in people's faces and minds and all that. I don't. Myself, I don't. I'd rather say someone in Dalton, a woman, the citizens of Dalton, the Thorton, that type of stuff. But anywho, so the conversation with her and Trump, and they were talking about Trump, all I'm saying is, okay, it was talking about Trump, fake news, something enough times, people believe it. Ran for office, landslide. Okay, yeah. How she got her position, people voted. Still on the ground, boots on the ground. So she's doing all this. So she ran a campaign on herself, and she talked so much about all the things that she's done. No matter what, no matter how hard I get. I still be looking up to you. Okay, no, she said, you're from Dalton, Illinois, born and raised there. Tell me something about the town. Okay, cool. I thought I heard. Okay, it's outside of Chicago. I get it now. So she needed some love. Girl, bye. When this woman gets to me, thank y'all for loving on me. Child, if I went to a town meeting and the mayor here got up and said, anybody in office got up and said, thank y'all. If anybody who ain't in office that's in that meeting, I ain't gonna lie to you, got up and said, thank y'all for loving on me, I'm gonna be like, and you missed a payment. Because if I'm loving on you, then you had to be paying me. Because I know I wasn't loving on you. You understand what I'm saying? What we loving on each other for? What we loving on each other for? That's not our relationship. I don't even need to go no further with that. Y'all know that shit corny what Tiffany doing. And it's old and corny. And she playing it like it's gonna work. That whole we love each other, I love you. This ain't Barney been off the air how many years now? Because my oldest daughter was obsessed with Barney. And she damn near 35 years old now. I'm talking about upset. Barney's show would go off and she get to calling and screaming and kicking. Did y'all ever have a youngin' that did that? I'm talking about we bought her a Barney doll. You better not touch it. Kicking, screaming, and hollering when Barney would go off. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? I couldn't stand Barney's ass. If she's gonna throw a fit like that because your show went off, bro. Okay, I don't like you. I don't like you because them tantrums did not stop. And it's like, you gonna do this every time though? Because Barney went off like, hey, Tiff, that shit was a long time ago. We don't do that no more. There ain't nobody feel like, you love me, boy? You love me? You love me? You love me? Girl, let's fast forward. I'm gonna let y'all listen to them some more. Okay?
The
Two live crew
went and didn't do no fact checking. If people want to know the truth, I'm going to do it on my podcast, Tiffany Henyard on the Move.
On Spotify, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell and show the facts and the proof of whatever a business owner did not do as related to their business. If they're not up to code, if they had a ton of shootings at their establishment.
Okay, this is the thing, because I got to go now, for real. I do. I got work to do. But listen, this is the thing. This is just all I'm saying. Because, I mean, this child, this right here. And it's not only that. Somebody in the comment section said something about the red pillars and all that. That was right. I mean, I got a show I want to do about that. And it's going to be, I'm going to do it live and everything. I want y'all to come on with me. We're going to put these black women on blast. Yeah. And I ain't even talking about just, because Tommy done did all that. I'm talking about chicks like her. I'm talking about chicks like her. Cosmetology teacher pimps out. Ooh. Oh, she talking about the mama and the son thing that I was talking about. Well, we gonna talk about chicks like Tiffany. They be getting these political positions. These high-powered, high money-paying positions. And be doing these kind of things. Like, what's wrong with them? And then don't be wanting to leave until they go to jail. I understand when you don't come from generations of power, money, wealth. I understand when, you get something that you ain't never had before. We've done it. We've all done it. There was a time I never had a Sprite before. Right? There was a time I never had a piece of chocolate before. Y'all get where this is going? There was a time we never had something before. So to get a position you never had before, we've all been there too. When you got a promotion, you never had that position before. When you get a raise, you never had that much money before, unless you did, and but you get what I'm saying. You've got promoted before with a raise before that you never had that amount of money before. And you've had positions of power and money that you never had before. Opportunities, all that. And if you haven't, strive for it if that's what you want, and you might get it. And it's okay. It's gonna happen. It has happened. Regardless of your background and what you're accustomed to. And if you manage to get it, then at the very least we can know as well as believe that at the very least God trusted you with that and decided to give your raggedy tail a chance. With all that. Everybody, and it's a lot of everybody's out here, aren't going to get that chance. And out of all these everybody's, there's quite a few of them that would like to have that chance. They would like to have that chance. And out of the quite few of those everybody's that would like to have that chance, you're going to find quite a few of those that actually would appreciate it, take it seriously, and do what they're supposed to do with that chance. Now, you will have some who would like to have that chance and who maybe would sit back and be like, ooh, start to find out about, okay, so that's what we be, that's how we grown up in, we were getting, okay, yeah, oh, and that's how we, and we can just be like this, and we can just rock like this, oh, shit, yeah, okay, okay, and they still can be like, no, I'm gonna have to pass on it. It's called resisting temptation. Regardless of what that look like. We all do it every day. We do. It doesn't mean that you're not ever tempted. But I'm not going to give you which reason. Because it could be, I got to go to church tomorrow. I mean, sometimes you don't drink because you got to go to church tomorrow. Sometimes you don't drink because you got to go to work tomorrow. Sometimes you don't drink because you know your ass going to have some horrible inflammation tomorrow. Sometimes you don't drink because you don't want that shit on your breath. Sometimes you don't drink because it's going to have your gout acting up. Sometimes you don't drink because you can't deal with the guilt of telling your wife that your ass ain't never going to take a drink again. I mean, I don't know. There could be a different reason for people, right? But the end result is they chose not to drink. Choosing not to give in to that temptation is choosing not to give in to that temptation at the end of the day. If I don't cheat on my husband, I ain't cheat on my husband. Okay? We ain't gonna get all into why I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And if he didn't do it to me, because he ain't trying to be dealing with all that mess, then he ain't trying to be dealing with all that mess. That mean he ain't want to tap that ass. He ain't say he ain't want to tap that ass. He ain't say if all that mess wasn't, I ain't want to. Damn, shit. I really want to tap that ass, though. Well, I mean, I really want to be able to fucking fund all this money and be like a fucking big bad Billy badass fucking crime boss mob lady and fucking bully your motherfucking monkey ass and bitch better have my motherfucking money and, shoot your shit up, bitch, with no repercussions, police in my pocket, and exempt from all charges. What charges, motherfucker? Yeah. But, no. This real life. This is real people we affecting. We not gonna do that. Or, one day, because that day will come, this will be over and I'll be looking kind of crazy. I sure won't be happy about the results. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. Whatever their reason is, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. These heifers ain't do none of that. Tiffany ain't do none of that. Tiffany probably went for the position Because eventually she probably said, Frank Zaccarelli, it don't matter what, how long he been doing this, 30 years, child. It just makes you wonder. And I ain't gonna say no more on that. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Okay? Because if God wants it to be some information, then little floaties is gonna start to come up, and then we'll take it from there. Oh gosh, when I said little floaties, it made me think of the lady, the guy severed her. Oh yeah. Cut her up and dropped the remains off or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's weird. To me, it's weird, and it's something going on here. And we know the corruption is deep. It's never just women, of course. It started with men, because there was a time we couldn't even be in office. However, these women have plumb lost their marbles. And there is a live that I'm going to do as soon as I get a minute to piece it together, talking about them, because I caught a whole handful, 2 hands together, I'm talking, of these women with these positions that I wouldn't want, because I already know you probably going to end up like this, or you going to end up like that. Okay, you might, like Monica, you can be like this and like that. I gotta move along. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be one or the other, but it ain't. You gonna be like, woo. Okay, because we know it's politics. It's it's that game, and you don't get up there without that. If you don't know what you're getting yourself into, you might want to think twice. Okay, you might want to think twice. And I know she thought twice. She wasn't new to this. She was true to this. That girl, they said she was all up in Frank's nut and cracking it in every meeting, and then some. So yeah, if I were a bell in my Tina voice, baby, I would ring, but I'm not going to do that, because I'm not from Thorton. I ain't from Dalton. That ain't my place. That ain't my place. That ain't my business. If people wanted to get out there like that about that, then they would have, and they have not. They barely came out with any of this stuff. I said it. They barely came out with any of this stuff, and I'm not gonna sit here like I'm mad at them, but let me say what I wanted to say, and now I can say it, because one of the citizens already started with her mess. Okay, she started with her mess, and I'm glad that I wasn't the only one, because there was somebody in the comment section that was like, this lady this lady. And then there was another person in the comment section, and they said she need to be in jail with Tiffany. That's what they said. Okay, she gave the interview. Now I don't remember her name, but she was Tiffany's accountant. I think she dealt with finance. She did an interview. Recently. And you gotta listen to it for yourself. Okay? You gotta listen to the interview for yourself. That's all I'm saying. And but one thing she did say that I don't. That's why I wonder a lot when people talk about this situation. I'm like, are they really doing research? Are they really understanding that these people in Dalton, you talking about highs, Tiffany? What you mean, son? These ain't no poor people. These ain't no poor people. These are hustlers. How do you think Tiffany was able to know how to hustle? Because she been hustling. I mean, she was a slumlord, which ain't cool. But she been a hustler. And they knew who she was. They knew she was a slumlord. Just like the girl giving the interview. In fact, I'll point out one thing about her. While y'all talking about, well, some of you in the comment section was saying she should be mayor. See, that's how y'all end up doing silly stuff like putting Tiffany in office in the first place, and then getting what's her name? Leifa? To investigate Tiffany. To so-called investigate Tiffany. Y'all, boy. That showed me y'all ass is still full of shit. Like y'all on some shit, and I can't wait to see all that I can see about what y'all got going on, because y'all love this song with Dalton. I know it. You don't really mean 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 it. It's like this. Let's say in the art world. I'm just going to tell you one of the hustles, right? And a lot of y'all know this, but let's just use it for an example. Like, I got money, baby. Okay? I really don't, but I'm just... Wait, this is a fantasy. You don't know how to role play. Child, you had a time of your life. I promise. Listen, I got a lot of money, okay? And my friend got a lot of money, too. That's why we friends. We're going to put our money together, and we're going to pay a ridiculous price for a paint. I mean, it's okay, but it's not even worth a fraction of that if we really going to tell the truth. But it don't none of that matter. That's what it's selling for. That's what it's hitting for. And baby, we going to buy it, okay? We going to buy it. I could buy it. I could buy it for still a great amount, and the seller could sell it for still a great. I'm talking about millions. I could buy it for millions, but why buy it for millions when me and my friend can buy it for millions more? Are you serious? And then we can donate this thing to an art school. We can donate this thing to a college. We can donate this thing to, I don't know, this doctor's office or something like that. And do what? Oh, baby. We're going to write this thing off. We're going to write this thing off. And sure, you know, people say, oh, that is great that you get a Van Gogh in your school to look at. That is a advantage for the children. Okay, with your dumb ass. That's how you want to feel. Then you can feel like that they paid $60 billion for a shark head to look at and be donated. No, you pay for it, silly. Because your tax dollars is the one covering that donation at that price. And in 3-4 years, ooh, baby, they're gonna what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, that's we just talking about scams. That's all we talking about. We talking about getting over. Not a love taking over you. What do you do now? I don't know. It just, things work like that. Like scams be running and flipping and all that. You know, it's your boy. What's his name? That's all I can come up with. DJ Envy. I don't know why I couldn't come up, because I can't stand his ass. I don't like to look at him. I don't like to listen to him. Nothing. Wasn't him and Flippin' NJ supposed to be like? And he's still on Breakfast Club? I thought he was going to jail. He ain't going to jail? I guess not. I guess y'all don't forget about him. Y'all remember that time he tried to fuck around with Dame Dash and he found out. Now listen, I ain't no Dame Dash fan. Okay, I'm not a Dame Dash fan. Dame Dash. In fact, I think I'm gonna do another video on Dame Dash because I gave him his props on the Aaliyah situation and the interview with Willie D. And of course, he's gonna have a nice interview with Willie D because I don't like Willie D, but him and Dame Dash is kind of like twin flames. So it makes sense they have a decent interview. And plus, Willie D knew to shut the fuck up. Okay? You remember like in Step Brothers when he was like, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! When they were trying to do their like proposition for the boat. Boats and holes. Boats and holes. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go because y'all silly boy. Y'all be wildin'. Okay, y'all be wilding out there, and it's like you think Lightfoot. It's like, oh, when she's she's a federal prosecutor, and if she sees it, she's gonna push a red button. What button is that? The button. What's the button gonna do? The button. She gonna push a button. Okay. So is it the same as having like the officer, like if an officer investigates another, like, you know, sometimes they have like the GBI or investigate. Is that what you kind of like saying? Although that will be a formal ideal situation, like the GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, would investigate a police incident, you know. That's formally how that would go, and they're supposed to be like non-attached and non-biased, but I mean they're the same gang. So we kind of, y'all be like, yeah, you gonna get it now, buddy, and they be like, yeah, they think you're gonna get it now, buddy. So how we gonna do this? We gonna make this look good, or how we gonna do this? And then, you know, they come up with some, but don't really get it. They in the same gang. Lori was a mayor, right? A Chicago mayor, and they were not pleased, and they ran her ass up out of there. Okay. I'm sorry, I just was trying to see if she like was for real like a mayor, and she was also like accused of being a bad mayor too. And then it was like, they was like, can you leave? Can we get you up out of here? Can you go? And then it's like, I'm hearing y'all tell Tiffany, like, can you leave? Ooh, please get down from here. Can you go? And then Tiffany's like, shit, I'm making like $300,000. I got all this money, all these hoes, okay? I'm talking about all her little men around her working for her and stuff. All these hoes and all this money. And they want me to step down. Bitch, make me. That's what you do. I'm going to sit right here and get my shit together. So when y'all do what you going to do, then fill in the blank. I don't know. I don't think Tiffany is worried about no prison time. Something tells me, I don't know. I just hear Belle Biv DeVoe. Something in my heart tells me. Y'all know that song? You hear that? You hear that? Feeling the rest of the song. I just kind of feel like this is bigger than Dalton. So I think they got a layer of protection over them that y'all didn't get no Norton all on you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't go to the same church as them. You don't know what that's about. You ain't get none. You ain't get none. So I think I think they're gonna be alright. I ain't gonna lie. I think there's a whole and I don't think we ever really gone. I don't. When I look at how you guys, I'm gonna tell y'all, from the Lori Lightfoot thing going in, and then I see people outside of the some people think are idiots, but I know good and hell well these people ain't that slow, who hired them, to people outside of Dalton went from talking that yin yang to actually trying to find some rationalization in them hiring Lightfoot at $400 an hour, at $1 an hour, baby, to investigate Tiffany. Oh my God. I was gonna go in some more, but I got other things to do. I ain't even worried about that. Let me go make great things, okay? And be great with talents and skills, and just not be a scammer and shit, because I don't need to scam no motherfucking body. I'm just saying. Like, you gotta be good at it. Like, I mean, it's a lot of people that's good at it. It's a whole lot of people that's good at it. But when I see shit like that, and then I see how people react to the Cop City situation, when I see how people aren't good at understanding that this is relative to this and this is tied together, and really everything is even less than 6 degrees of separation now today, we're in a lot more trouble than you think. Shit is right in your face and you're not even paying attention. When people are trying to scream it at you about things like Cop City, but yet you look at shit like Dalton and you're like, oh, this is crazy. But you think it's isolated to Dalton and Thornton. And you think it's a real life movie, and it's an isolated incident. It's an isolated existence of a situation that's occurring. And then you going to close your eyes and open it, and you're going to say, how the fuck did we get here? When you realize what the reality is going to be for everybody. It's crazy that people are that far gone. It is. It's crazy. I was saying this when I was sitting up there going over to freaking the last video I did with the Dame Dash and I gotta go at Dame Dash about some other shit just to make it clear. This ain't about Dame Dash. At the end of the day, it ain't about Tiffany. It ain't about nobody in particular. It's about, motherfucker, are you paying attention? Okay, are you paying attention? Okay, we can be in a simulation. We can be whatever, but we here. We in it. Whatever it is, it's happening. The fucking shit is happening. Don't nobody care about what you want and what you feel and what you think and what you need and what you wish. You got this mayor ass bitch talking about, okay, let me get my mouth straight. You got this chick up here supposed to be a mayor talking about, thank y'all for loving on me, and we supposed to be loving each other. I'm loving on my time. You talking about loving on your time? Okay, I get it. You the mayor, so you think you can play on that, and they black and brown people, like you say, so you think you can play on that. But that's just saying to the world, I know you boo-boo the motherfucking fool, and I know you stupid. That's what boo the fool pretty much mean. And I know you just, like, I don't care about you like that. I don't care about you at all. I'm just going to play in your face and keep you blind. And while you spend all your time talking about, oh, look at this. And look, and this will happen next. This is crazy. And this ain't right. Oh, man, did y'all see this shit? We're going to watch and see how this play out. And then you do that. And to the next one happen, and you do the same thing. And the next thing you know, remember on NWA when they said, surprise, niggas?